look and thinking when I really get to clicking, but I'm looking for a sister to revive and win a kiss. If you want some love, just let me know. Get your feet up. Cause right now you in the presence of grown men. You are fucking with a legend right now. Legend. Cracks on a Pro Tools setup to set it off. Have to crack, get the ski mask treatment, I kill it all. I forgot him, see, thinking he Jesus, I come across. Get crucified by euphemisms and metaphors. Ain't no antidotes for antidotes, poisonous bars. Acid vat spilled on your Pikmin and melted off. Cuban links from that Raekwon album, that's what I flaws. If you ain't good for that, I'll snatch it right off of your neck.
What up, doc? Or should I say hello, nurse? Since a tiny tune never's been below thirst. Like Gatorade, never would've stayed a day. We keep the chicks half naked like it's Labor Day. Hard like the kicks on my feet, haters slope they squeak. Rolling deep with the boys, talking no police. We beat a Pyrex, hater, you can die vex. Extort who, man, please check your time max. Name buzzing out of models, wanna swallow mine. So in the back to 23s like my Olive 9s.
Get your feet up. You are fucking with a legend right now. Legend.
My kids, my weed, my bitches. You know I need my bitches. I'm working hard, staying on the job, cause riches equal bitches. And riches equal fame. And fame, they'll say my name. No Destiny Child, but a Destiny Child that's making my own lane. It's talent over hype. Get it right, it gotta be precise. She in that V, y'all looking right, I'm trying to beat tonight.
Do it like you doing if it's Snapchat. Do it like you doing if it's Snapchat.
Your Skype, Instagram, and your Twitter, ho. I got a couple bands, let me see you dip below.
It's so immaculate right now, that's how I feel, man. You are rocking with the best, none other than the illest, bro. So dope. Cracks on a Pro Tools setup to set it off. Have to crack, get the ski mask treatment, I kill it all. I forgot him, see, thinking he Jesus, I come across. Get crucified by euphemisms and metaphors. Ain't no antidotes for antidotes, poisonous bars. Acid vat spilled on your Pikmin and melted off. Cuban links from that Raekwon album, that's what I flaws. If you ain't good for that, I'll snatch it right off of your neck.
Ooh, we got some solid beats coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a fantastic day. I'm doing the best that I can. And as you can see, well, from the description, well, never mind, I didn't put it in the description, but we're going back to the survival world today. Our boy Davis can't make it today, unfortunately. So me and Gray decided to take this opportunity to go ahead and get in the survival world. So that's what we're going to be doing. So Gray should be joining the call in just a second. And then we'll be ready to go. All right. You there, man? Oop, I don't know if he can hear me.
Oh, can you
Oh,
hear me?
there he is. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. All right, well that was quick.
Yeah. It's,
Normally it takes some.
yeah, usually it takes a minute or two, but we nailed it today.
We absolutely did. Oh man, Drayden, it has been a busy week.
I agree. It's been a rough week, rough day, if I'm
Yes.
being honest.
Yeah, well, I honestly I give that to the weather if I'm honest.
I guess that partially helps. You know, the mood. It's not
Yeah.
great outside.
Now, when the vibe of your day is that it is overcast and raining the
hmm
entire day, you're like, eh.
That is exactly the vibe, honestly. All
Yeah.
right. You got the
But
world
okay,
up
to not
yet?
just
Or
I am firing it up now. I forgot that I needed to go to Halo first, and then it didn't
of
like
course.
Halo. So I decided to launch the Microsoft Edge app on the Xbox, which
All right.
I've had more fun calling Spectrum customer service. So we are now heading back to Minecraft.
Does anyone actually use Edge? I don't know anyone who uses Edge.
I don't.
I've
I
al
would like to think. I would like to think that no one uses it, but deep down inside, I know that someone out there, like it was the default setting on their Lenovo PC,
mhm.
and they opened it up and they went, this is kind of good, and they
They
just
just
kept going
didn't
along
bother.
with it. They just didn't, you know? Like imagine someone living in the Stone Ages, and by the Stone Ages I do mean Microsoft Edge.
Mhm.
Like I feel like at some point Microsoft Edge is like a Google Chromebook. Like it's very apparent that that's not why your company was successful,
Mhm.
and Google's bad at making computers in the same way that Microsoft is bad at making search engines.
Apparently, yeah.
So, I feel like it's one of those cases where you really have just got to stick with what you're good at, in my opinion,
Yeah.
sometimes. And I feel like, these companies, they try and branch out too much, and it's just not what they should be up to.
All right. Now, by computers, do you mean do you include phones in that as well? Because you know I got a Google phone, and I don't
Well,
mind it one bit.
yeah, I don't know enough about the Google phone to judge it. I know that you like yours, but that's about
I
all I
do.
know. The
I
world
do.
is the world is up and running.
I do. I have a good old Pixel 2, and I quite like it if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I've had it for a solid almost 3 years now, which is actually why I've been thinking about getting maybe a new phone. Not anytime super soon, like next year or so.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I've been looking at a variety of options, maybe even switching back to Apple. Um,
Oh.
and that's mostly just because everyone else I know owns an Apple phone, and so it'd mostly just be for convenience, being able to use
Yeah.
iMessages and FaceTime and stuff like that. Game Pigeon would be a lot nicer. Not because I dislike
I
my phone or
honestly,
the
I don't
Android
think
system.
Game Pigeon's not the draw that it used to be. No one's
No,
hitting you up to play pool anymore like they used to.
no, really? Oh,
At least me personally, and I mean,
it's kind of sad.
I know I'm sad about that. Yes, but that's just the way it is sometimes.
Hmm.
Well, like
All
I
right,
said, the world
very
is up and
tragic.
running.
All
I
right,
don't
it
know if you
is.
can see it or not.
All right, I'll go ahead and
Do
join
you have
then.
anything on cue for the news this week? Because it has been a busy week
It
in
has
the
been a busy
world as
week.
well.
Uh, I got a few things for news and
Okay,
gaming
okay.
news. First
Yeah,
off, I
we've got our
think
weekly game review as well.
do we? Actually, I
Well,
don't.
I
Well,
don't know.
maybe. I
I
might
have
I
not
might give a
reviewed
little
any
bit on
games.
I might give a little bit on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but right now
Okay.
my opinions on that are still kind of mixed. Um,
I really
anyways,
liked the very off-putting Assassin's Creed China. The
Assassin's Creed
2D
China.
animated one. It was
Oh
set in
yeah,
China.
they made a couple of those.
I
They were very
absolutely
strange.
loved the aesthetic and vibe of that game.
Yeah,
And
aesthetically, I mean, those 2D Assassin's Creed, they look kind of cool, but gameplay wise, I don't think they were particularly well
I think they were
renowned.
average. They didn't
Yeah,
strike me as anything world. I mean, there wasn't anything too special about them, if you
yeah,
ask me.
no, not really. Um, I guess we should start off the news by pouring one out for good old Eddie Van Halen, who passed away this
Oh,
week.
absolutely, a
Tragic
tragedy. It just seems like every week we get hit with.
with
And
someone.
I think I've figured out
Yeah,
the problem to why there are so many there's just
all
too
right.
many celebrities. You know, and most of them are
Mm-hmm.
not along celebrities. People don't really know who they are until you're just yeah, yeah, and they just start nodding along.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in my mind, it's one of those, this abundance of celebrity deaths is something that will sort itself out. Because if they
Probably.
all keep dying, there aren't going to be that many left to die later on. As sad as that seems.
That's a bit tragic, yeah. Um,
You know,
anyways, but still should pour one out for Eddie Van Halen though. Great guitarist,
absolutely a
absolute
legend in
rock
his
legend,
time.
yeah. If you guys have never heard Eruption before, you got to go check it out. It's
No, I've had
insane.
plenty of erections before.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
Okay. All
I mean,
right.
I feel like we're good. Alright. And anyway, back to some other news.
In other news, did you watch the vice presidential debate this week?
I I did not watch The Vice, and honestly, I'm kind of sad. I feel like I definitely should have watched that one over. Uh, from what I can determine, the only things that happened in the debate were a fly landing on Mike Pence's head
Yeah,
and
there was that.
Kamala Harris telling Vice President Pence that she was speaking.
Oh
So
yeah, I remember
a
that.
little, yeah. So that's pretty much the only things that I got, which I guess is somehow a drastic improvement from Stand Back and Stand By or whatever.
It wasn't it
So
wasn't a major improvement. It was something.
well, that's kind of what I got from it. Like, I didn't really think it was anything that's gonna change its minds. The one thing I will say, I did watch the SNL skits,
Oh,
or I
yeah.
watched the SNL skit of the vice presidential debate, and I am so sorry, SNL. Good Lord, was that the worst thing I'd ever seen in my entire. I mean, it was so bad.
Really?
It was terrible. And usually I loved SNL's
I love
portrayal
I love SNL too, honestly.
of well, I like some of their political portrayals. I think they did a really good job in 2016 of,
Mm-hmm.
capturing the Democratic and Republican fields and their respective vibe checks, but it was not good. And that was kind of surprising for me, but I think it's basically it's the result of them not really having a super remarkable Kamala Harris or Mike Pence. I feel
That's
like
probably part of it, yeah.
they what they haven't instead of what they did, they basically have just, greatly exaggerated their personalities.
Yeah.
But what this means is that they've added nothing new. They're just really grasping loosely at what is there to try and make something interesting about them.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so they wind up being just hyperboles of themselves, which is funny, but it's funny once, and it's not funny for a long time. So
All right.
I think, what I'd do if I were writing the show is really just throw in some gags that at first it's just an off-putting joke, but it eventually becomes a running gag, not really for actual, Mike Pence or Kamala Harris, but
All
for
right.
for SNLs, like, to where they become their own characters in a sense.
Hmm.
And these running gags need to be basically they shouldn't be believable, but they need to be believable enough that no one can actively disprove them. That's kind of the level of believability in my mind that has to happen.
All right. I think that's fair.
So, you get a joke like that, like um, Mike Pence having an affair with an Italian man called Giorgio. It's something that it's out of character, it's outrageous, it's obviously not true, but
Is it not true?
I could kind of see it happening, to be honest.
Yeah.
The sun is going down, so you might.
All
I
right.
don't really, I don't really get anything distinctive about Kamala Harris. Uh, she doesn't really
She's just
do anything for me. She's just kind of there and
she's
is
just kind
oddly
of
hypocritical in
another
her
liberal.
stance on crime,
Yeah.
but uh, I don't think she really has anything to the table. So if anything, I turn her into, it's so funny because she's so boring, sort of deal. Because
All right. I
I
can see
really
that.
don't think that she's that exciting. And I think if it were not staged in the realm of a kind of a feminist movement,
Hmm.
I think she would be significantly less of a cheered for character.
Really? All
Um,
right. I can
well,
see
I
that.
think it's a
I can see
combination of
that.
there
Yeah.
being, some feminist movement vibes going on. And, let's be honest here. She's probably going to be the president as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I hate to
Yeah.
say it.
She's
Uh,
got just as much of a chance of being president as anybody else.
yeah, uh, mainly just we hate to see it, Joe.
Hmm.
We love the aviators and the bomber jackets and the vintage Corvettes, but at the end of the day, this is a man that's very, very close to 80,
Yeah.
and we all know what that means.
Yeah. It's not looking too well for old Joe.
No. All right, so
Kind of
what
sad.
I'm thinking here, it is sad.
Yes.
It's one of those even though Joe obviously has some conundrums and some problems, but I feel like he would be a fun person to be around if I'm honest. I feel like he just
He's
he's
got
one of those
potential.
people you just laugh, you shake your head at, you go, oh, you probably shouldn't have said
He's
that for
like
him
one of
all
those
the time.
wacky, I don't know, wacky sitcom characters
Yeah, he strikes me. He's like the same energy
as
as
Creed
like
from
an
The
old
Office.
physics professor at your university. He's off-putting and here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the entrance is like right here and I'd prefer to step down some of these. Oh, that's my
Ow.
bad. Some of these like wooden
There go my
planks right
pants.
here so
Yeah,
it's not that short, but I'm thinking like
I think
this,
that's a
and
good
then it
idea.
steps down a few times to hit a
All
wall.
right.
I think we do need to get a sense of
Let me figure out where
how
exactly the
far
basement is.
down we need to go right here.
All right. Where are you? Oh,
Oh
you
shoot, I
came
went
down and
down
followed
too.
me.
Here, I'm coming. I'm going up.
All right. But
Oh, I just got a message from DJ.
oh,
What
DJ,
is?
our boy
That's
DJ.
crazy. All right, are you at the wall?
Yeah, I'm at the wall. I'm starting to dig in a little
Okay,
bit.
so yeah, I'm also starting to dig in.
All right. But anyways, about the presidential debate, I watched about 40 minutes of it. Well, I watched about 20 minutes of
The
it,
actual
and I was on my
presidential.
phone for the other 20 minutes, which is a lot longer than the actual presidential debate. But I think after about the fifth question in a row, where Mike Pence was like, "All right, well, thank you, Sarah, for the question. First, I just like to go back to 2009. After about the fifth question in a row where he did that, I was like, all right, I'm about done because they kept going back to previous questions. They didn't answer any of the moderators like what she was asking them. It was literally just them talking about whatever the hell they wanted to talk about.
Okay.
It was
So we have a lot of space
it's
to work
rough.
with. It's not going to be as steep as I thought.
Yeah.
Um, so basically, what I'm thinking is we kind of do a like use slabs to do a half step staircase. And in my mind, what I want
Ah,
to
okay.
do, I don't want the dungeon to be visible from this dining room. So
Yeah.
I want the staircase to kind of come down, hit a wall here, and then
All right.
split off and kind of go around, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like go around behind the wall and then come back down. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think if we just figure out where we want to put that. Oh, I don't really have that much food right here. It's
Yeah, I don't have a
unfortunate.
whole lot either.
Yeah, I was lighting. I'm gonna go back down and I'm gonna get because I burned a whole bunch of lamb chops and stuff. So I'm gonna go back down to the base and get that. But I don't put a lot of weight in. It sounds really bad, but I just don't put that much weight in the vice presidential candidates.
Me
Like
either. I don't care for
they're
either of them.
not they're not someone that yeah, well I think that's part of it is I really don't like either of them.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know. I was really very disappointed in Kamala Harris as a pick, to be honest. I understand why it happened, but I'm not,
Yeah, I,
not
I,
not loving it.
I don't care for her either at all.
I'm gonna get some spruce just in case.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's see. What other news we have for
Well,
this week?
actually, I
We had
don't
a,
know what kind of materials we want to use for this.
well, I figure we should
Because I
go
was thinking we'd
pretty
use.
brick heavy, stone brick heavy. It's a
Well, I
dungeon,
was
it's a
thinking we could go
basement kind of
stone
area.
brick heavy, but I was also thinking we could use kind of some of the netherrack and magma to kind of set a real dungeon vibe.
All
We
right,
also have some
I kind of like
blackstone,
that.
but I was thinking we'd use some of our nether materials up here.
Hmm. All right, I think that's a solid idea.
Now, I don't think we have to do that. I would definitely use the
We don't
stone
have a whole
brick
lot
to
though.
set the tone of um the main lobby, like the
Yeah,
entrance to where we come down, because not all of the place is going to be. I don't know. Do we actually have a place for an enchantment table up there, or is that something we need to add in the basement of that one as well?
that's something we're gonna need to add.
Okay, that's what I thought. And I was also thinking we could resituate the portal there eventually, because you had some really cool portal room ideas in that video, and I was hoping to
Yeah.
incorporate some of those.
All right.
Um, so I'm thinking the a place for a crafting table, a place for the portal,
All
a
right.
dungeon. I don't know what else we're thinking of putting in the basement. But we obviously don't have to iron it out now just because we have so much space, but I think we at least need to have an idea of what all will go down here.
Yeah. Let me take some notes. Let's see. We wanted a.
In the
Ah,
meantime,
shoot. I got so many
I
papers on
also
my desk.
have some development. While we're on the topic of political developments, and
All
obviously
right.
we're just going to bring this up. We're not really going to speak about it too much politically. I don't think that'll be, really beneficial. But
Right.
Trump is now supposedly refusing to participate in the debates from now on, choosing instead to host rallies and claiming the debates are a waste of time. And it's an
I'm not
interesting move from
surprised.
him. It's very surprising to me, not based on his debate performance, but based on the rhetoric around his debates.
Hmm.
Because I think they really, to me, that says they were just counting on using the debates to portray Biden as weak. And I think to
It
me, the fact
backfired.
that they're kind of giving up on that strategy should really tell you that, even though I don't think the debate would be considered a decisive win for Biden,
Yeah.
it was not a win for Trump. And I think
No,
that
not at all.
was very bad for him because that's really where he could have and should have won, from his standpoint.
Yeah.
Because, his strong suit is obviously that he is not necessarily a better debater, but just a better he can just produce more
Yeah.
in talking than Biden can. And because of the way that the debate went, I don't think that was very apparent to voters, or at least voters didn't see that as an advantage. Um, and when I say voters, I mean these mysterious undecided voters, which I doubt are out there. I don't see how anyone could be undecided
I don't know. I'm still
at
kind of
this point.
undecided. I hate them both.
Well, I can understand, but I'm talking about if someone I don't know. To me, it's just two very, very different people. I mean, I can understand if you're like debating whether you're gonna choose one or like go with a third party, but I have trouble believing that someone's having trouble deciding between the two candidates, like the two
All
front
right,
runners.
that's fair. Because for me, I'm
Oh,
still deciding
it's
whether or not
another
I want to
sun
vote
now.
for one of them or neither of them.
When
And by one of
that's
them,
what
I mean
I
one
think there
particular
are a lot of,
candidate.
yeah. I think there are a lot of people that are kind of in that space,
Yeah.
myself included, but I don't think there's anyone that's sitting there like, oh, I really see the appeal of both of these fine gentlemen, right? I'm like,
What?
what?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Uh, it's not nighttime. I'm trying to sleep. There we go.
Shoot. Okay.
But I thought that was a very interesting development. I also saw
Yeah.
some interesting quotes in news stories over the week as we shift
Oh.
away from political.
All right. Yeah.
And
Let's get out of the
these are,
politics.
yeah, so the first, Twitter's CEO, or Twitter's previous CEO, uh, sent out this gem claiming that capitalists will be the first to be shot dead in the revolution. Um,
Really?
and, while it made me stop and think about a lot of things, it really made me question kind of, for starters, I would consider Twitter CEO to be a capitalist.
Yeah.
So
No.
to me, it's interesting for that reason. Um,
Is this a fancy way of trying to commit
the
suicide, do you
Falcons just
think?
fired their head coach, by the way, in
Did
sports
they?
news, following an 0-5 start.
After losing to the Panthers? Well,
Well, that is tough right there.
that's an
Oh
F.
man, that is F in chat right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
so anyway,
Do we have
um,
any vines growing?
where
I feel like we don't have any vines, do we?
do we need some
I'd like
vines?
some vines,
Okay.
but if we don't have any, then
I
that's
don't know that
fine.
we have vines right now. We will definitely need some. We can go. Davis has been to a jungle. I don't know
Yeah,
where it
I
is.
would like to go exploring at some point. Uh, we only really did that once on
Yeah, I
stream, but
suspect where I died.
yeah, no, we remember. I remember at least.
Never
Um,
forget.
never forget. No.
But anyway, it was just an interesting quote to me. And another quote that reminded me of this was a quote from UNC Chancellor.
Oh, what's Kevin
You
got
know,
to say?
he said that the rising generation is not happy.
No shit.
So sitting there and putting these quotes together, it really made me start to brainstorm, and this is a question I feel like we should answer tonight. Is our generation capable of a revolution? Like, do we have what it takes to revolt?
Nah.
Because I think that, a lot of the circumstances are there. I think speaking to Gen Z and millennials combined, you're looking at a historically underrepresented portion of the population in terms of wealth, in terms of housing ownership, in
Hmm.
terms of just general success in life and fulfillment.
All
And
right. Yeah, that's fair.
it just really makes me, and these a lot of times are, if you have a majority of the population that has a is very underrepresented, and systems of law and systems of wealth and systems of technology. I think it really makes you, think like, oh, like, is this
Uh,
something that could happen?
right.
Because I want the answer to be yes, but deep down inside, and not because I want a revolution, but because I want to know that, we could do it. If
Yeah.
if that makes any sense, you know.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go
No,
down
I
to the
wouldn't mind a
staircase.
revolution. I got nothing to do next Saturday, so
Okay, yeah.
it could
Well,
be.
I mean,
Yeah.
part of me is on that bend just because I'm in like a, you know what? Like, I wonder how bad it could get.
Yeah. No, I don't think we're capable of revolting. I mean, we're also the same generation that's calling for firearm restrictions. Like, how you gonna like revolt without
Use
something to revolt with?
I don't know. Look at
We're
look at
going to
Hong
revolt
Kong.
peacefully. Yeah. What do you mean, look at Hong Kong?
Well,
What
they
exactly?
tried. They tried.
They tried and then they got run out by the military. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I think in a lot of ways, China
Very
is not
similar to
unique.
another revolt that definitely didn't happen in the 1970s.
Are you? I mean, I don't.
I'm
I've never
referring to
heard of
the
this.
possibly mythological Tiananmen Square.
No, I've heard that's something that the Americans made up. I learned that in
uh,
my. I went to a special private school
hmm
in my community, and
Yeah, Rice Fields Academy.
ooh. Do you know how much I wish that was where Davis went to school?
uh,
Oh man, that would have been elite right there. Okay, now I'm working on shaping up the
anyways,
general vibe of the staircase right here.
all right, sounds good. Let's see. We had a couple holidays this week. Not necessarily real holidays, kind of fake holidays, if I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
National Sneaker Day was on Friday.
Oh,
Woohoo!
whoa, whoa, hey, 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 hey. That was not a fake holiday.
All right,
Did not have you treat that day as such.
all right, all
Oh,
right.
would you look at that?
But
I'm
more
bound
importantly, on Friday was Leif Erikson Day, which
Ooh,
gotta
yeah,
celebrate good old Leif
let's
Erikson
talk
Day.
about Leif Erikson. I think it's really interesting that he's been able to survive this whole Columbus garbage right here.
Mostly, I think it's
Um,
partly because of meme culture. So thanks to the memers for helping bring him back. Oh, I see
yeah,
what
I
you're
think.
going for here. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, do you catch the vibe right now?
Oh, I see it. I'm seeing it.
I'm kind of happy with it, to be honest.
Hmm.
It is gonna be kind of difficult to pull off, if I'm honest. Mainly just because we have so much further to go forwards than we do to go down. I'm gonna head back from the other side and try and start shaping it up. Um, but we'll just
All
have to
right.
see because I really did not realize, and I think potentially we could just carve out a little enclave for the staircase to land right here.
Right.
I think that's what I'm gonna start doing here. Have a little the Lakers just won that championship, by the way.
Uh, Congrats to them. That's
Yeah,
LeBron's
it's
what, fourth?
yeah, I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't think no one's gonna care until uh he goes for his sixth, and that's when people are gonna be like, all right, that's
Yeah.
enough championships for you.
hmm I think he said at the beginning of his career he's going for seven, but that
Yeah,
remains to be
because
seen.
we remember who had six.
Yeah. Of course we remember who had six. Um,
And
we keep getting distracted. We were talking about Leif Erikson Day, and now we're on
We
to
were talking
LeBron.
about Leaf Erikson Day. I just
Uh,
keep getting Sports Center updates on my phone.
yeah, yep. There's ESPN for me. But I think part of that is just meme culture. People keep managing to bring back all these historical figures. Uh, I mean, also SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a huge part of meme culture. So
That's a
him
fact.
bringing back,
SpongeBob and South Park, both shows that should have but will never be canceled.
probably, yeah. Well, SpongeBob should have been canceled a long time ago. We're glad that South Park isn't canceled. At least I am.
Oh, I know I am too.
Yeah. Anyways, uh, but I think I appreciate culture, meme culture, bringing back characters like Leif Erikson, and also like random people like Diogenes, the ancient Greek philosopher, who most schools would be too afraid to teach about. Uh,
Hmm.
are you familiar with Diogenes?
I
This
can't
guy.
say that I am. I must have been one of these sissy schools over
we
here.
we talked about him in philosophy class. I only knew him because of memes, but we talked about him in philosophy class. This guy, honestly, metal as fuck. Like lived in a
Okay.
barrel in the public square of Athens. Okay,
Yes.
masturbated in public.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
walked around with a lamp. Because he was quote looking for an honest man and never found him. Uh, once heard a student say that man is a featherless biped. So he picked up a plucked chicken and screamed, "Behold, a man!" Uh, just overall, just did not give a fuck. I think there was a
Yeah,
story about
I
how
like it.
he was chilling on a hillside one day, just relaxing, sunbathing, and Alexander the
Just
Great
playing b-ball
walks up to
outside of the
him.
school.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Alexander the Great walks up to him, tells him, hey, I've heard about you, and I'm here to grant you any one wish that you desire. And Diogenes was like, oh, really? Anything? And Alexander the Great was like, oh, yeah. He's like, all right, well, will you move out of the way? You're blocking the sun. Like, that was the only thing he wanted at that time. Like, all right, honestly, a real fucking G,
A G. A
Diogenes
G.
was. Uh, I'm grateful to meme culture for bringing him back as a character because
Mm.
otherwise I would not have known about this great man. Hmm. All right, so that's where the stairway is.
Yeah, we might want to adjust the ceiling because I don't know where the fountain is, but I know it's close. You can see the water dripping.
Oh yeah, it's literally right above there, one block.
Yeah, and then these must be this must be the big one.
All right, all right. So I figure we could do something kind of like this, right? Is that what you were thinking?
Oh yeah. I think if we widen it out just a touch, because I don't want it to feel this cramped, particularly if you like go up it.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, we talked about Leif Erikson Day, National Sneaker Day, stuff like that. Here's some car news for you, Gray. I don't know if
Oh,
you heard about this, but it seems to be
I
pretty big to me. Mazda announced. Have you heard about their MX-30 crossover that they're releasing?
no, but I think I know what it is.
Uh, So MX-30 crossover is their new crossover they're releasing in 2021, and they announced earlier this week that there will be a hybrid option where the main engine will actually be a rotary. So they're
Oh,
bringing back the rotary engine for this
they are
crossover,
bringing it back,
and
but not in an RX-8
I
as
mean I would
God
love an
intended.
RX-8. A rotary in an RX-8 would be as God intended, but I feel like this is still a big development. I thought, honestly, kind of thought the rotary was gone forever, uh, especially considering how cars are especially leaning towards being more and more environmentally friendly, you know.
Right, I'm still just not loving the look of it from this side.
Uh, Let me see if I can pull up an image, because I don't think it was a bad looking car. I mean, Mazda's kind of been on top of their design game recently.
Oh no, I'm talking about this right
Um,
here.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what we're gonna want to do.
Because I think what I want to do is essentially
Uh,
take out the middle of block and force it in one block more before it comes out. If that makes any sense. So like go one block in this direction.
okay. Yeah. Let's
No,
see.
not back there, like down here.
Well, I still feel like it needs to be a bit wider up here, but yeah, no, I see what you're going for. Um, all right. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I really like this side right here. I don't know why. What's going on with this side?
There. Then I think we got one block out like that. Hmm. This is a bit tricky getting these to match.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not vibing with the.
There we go. That's not bad. All right. Kind of like this. Let's see.
Well, I think it's just this awkward lip right here.
Yeah, we just gotta figure this out. I think maybe if we did something like this instead.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Those aren't the same. There we go. Now we just gotta. Do I have
Now we'll
any
just have to fill
slabs
in
on me?
the slabs and stuff. All right. Wait a second. Hmm.
I really like the feel that we're getting from there being
Maybe
like.
we want to do the floor one further down
Well,
since
we can
the
either do the floor one. Like you're trying about to like shift it one down so that the ceiling.
it will maybe not shift it. I mean like clear out the floor one more block.
I mean, oh yeah, yeah,
I guess if this is supposed to be the basement, it could use being a little taller. I just kind
yeah.
of mean like this. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll probably just clear out this side for now, so it's not. We're gonna have to replace all
Yeah.
these torches too.
Sounds good. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. We talked about that Mazda MX-30. I didn't really have much news for this week. As far
Let's.
as regular news, we got some gaming news though.
Okay. Well, I before we move on here, I
What
saw
you got?
that two former Marines were arrested for planning to kidnap Michigan's governor
Oh yes, I did see that on the news this
over
week.
the week, and it really made me realize. It just made me think about a few things. Like for one, why Michigan's governor?
Yeah. What's up with
Like if you're
that?
gonna go like, you're gonna take out like someone, in the high profile arena, Michigan's governor? Oh, I have to start filling in some of this stuff. That's kind of some hot garbage.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it either, but all right, they had their reasons, I guess. That's just kind of wild. That's like a major conspiracy that's
Well,
uncovered.
yeah, and then the second thing, we found out about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Like we all knew. So it makes me wonder, like, how many other, like, is that how little kidnapping attempts there have been recently?
Yeah, I haven't really heard of like any
Because you
mass
haven't
shootings or
heard of
anything like
any
that.
others recently.
Yeah.
Like the FBI like announced it. So I would assume that they announce, all of these kidnapping attempts, and the fact that this is the first one I've ever heard them announce makes me think that, there just aren't that many, which is just
Yeah, maybe
really
not.
odd to me.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of strange, isn't it? Although I guess the news mostly it's been so preoccupied with either the election or Corona and very little else. Uh,
A
so
huge
it's just
effing
kind of
strange.
I guess it's just kind of strange to hear about anything other than just those two things. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it really is.
I heard about that, and that is kind of crazy. Indeed, I
It
agree.
was just an odd piece of news to me. I was like, really? Hmm.
Yeah, no, very strange. Not something expected at all. Uh,
No, no, no.
you don't really hear of many attempts to kidnap governors, or really any political figures in uh in the
Which I'm
United
kind of
States.
disappointed in. I would
Yeah,
like
that would make for some
think about
entertaining
how
entertaining
exciting
stories.
that would be. Like, are we really? It's like we're not even trying. You know.
Hmm.
So I mean, for all those watching, just assassinate and kidnap more government figures.
Yeah,
This
there's a
is a
reason.
joke,
There's a
please.
reason why European history is more interesting than American history. Okay.
Yes, and that reason is World War One and Two.
Exactly.
If we don't have our own, we've only had one World War as America,
Hmm.
like where it's just us. So like,
Yeah, we
let's
barely
get on.
participated in World War One.
Yeah, honestly, we just came in for the victory parade.
Hmm. So,
So,
oh, hey, I got a text from DJ too. All right. What a guy.
hey,
What a king. All right.
honestly. Speaking of which, I'm not going to get too far into details, but I would like to shout out to my king Nolan here. Nolan
Ah,
is going through some rough patches. He either is getting very close to a shot at the girl of his dreams or getting played harder than I've ever seen anyone get played. So just just prayers for my man.
All right, Nolan, we're with you. We're with you
We
all the
stand
way.
with you. The boys stand with
The
Nolan.
boys stand with Nolan, of course we do.
Anyway, I have some sports news before we get into gaming
All
news.
right, sports news. What we got for sports news,
And
Gray?
we won't elaborate too. So my first, it's just a series of questions, really. The first, the Panthers aren't bad?
Question mark?
Question mark.
All we had to do
Are
was
we
get rid of
not?
Cam Newton.
Yeah, like and we also our best player is he is I'm honestly thinking he's the reason that we're losing. Like I think he owed, $100,000 to a bookie, and somewhere
Maybe.
he was like, Kristen, we're gonna need you to throw the games, and that's why that's happened. But he which we obviously want to see Christian McCaffrey back as soon as possible, but I think it's really odd that we've only lost when our best players played.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, just something to think about.
Very curious. Maybe he does. Maybe he does owe someone money. Which at that point, can't you just, pay him directly out of pocket? I mean, I guess that'd be easy to track, but like, I don't know. Be considerate to the fans,
Yeah.
you know?
Uh,
Anyways, any other sports news, Gray?
so the second question, NC State, not bad?
Yeah, I
Question
saw
mark.
that they got votes for the
Um,
top for the AP poll. Big win
yeah,
yesterday over
like
Virginia. Congratulations to you
I
guys.
I'm very confused. We just had two road conference wins. Like
Yeah.
we were supposed to be big trash this year, and I think we've won the same amount of conference games as we won last year,
Yeah. Actually,
which
I think you're right. That's
and so why has this happened?
Yeah, no, I think you guys get another win next week and you're probably cracked the top 25.
Yeah, but that win is going to be against a team that we should beat, which is not good because we are terrible against teams we should beat.
Mm, that's fair. Yeah, no, that's true.
So I'm very scared for Duke. Far more scared than I am when we play UNC. We have nothing to lose. Literally nothing. I love when we play UNC and we have nothing to lose.
We have a lot to lose.
Yes, if you lose to us, you will go very far
I mean,
down. You will sink rock bottom.
you saw us yesterday, right? Our defense is trash. Like,
Yeah, you guys
like
were
our offense is
stutter
solid, but
stepping.
our defense is pretty bad. It's pretty garbage.
Yeah,
And also,
ready to get picked apart by Devin Leary's slightly above average penis.
oh yeah. No, can I just express the
Shout
absolute
out for
shock?
5.6-inch gang.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, the absolute shock I got when I saw that we were ranked fifth in the country
Yeah.
after
I don't.
the AP
Why?
poll.
Why? Who have
That's
y'all beaten?
Virginia Tech. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think
Wait, who did we
really
play?
your
We
key to staying in the top 25 has just been
not
not
losing.
losing.
Yeah, no, I was expecting us to be, top 25 this year, maybe top 20, but fifth is a little crazy, and I know it's because
Yeah.
there's
If you ask me, I
no
think you guys
Pac-12
are gonna
teams.
pull. You're gonna pull a good old Brazil, when they hosted the World Cup, where everybody hypes them up and thinks they're gonna be great, and then they play a real team.
And then they get 7-1, you know.
I still watch that game. Whenever I want to be happy, like whenever I'm feeling down, I play that game.
Hmm.
so that I can relive the joy of watching the people of Brazil who, probably saved up for most of their lives to attend that game just to watch their team get absolutely hammered.
Yeah, just clapped in the
Just
in the semis.
hurting.
And then they lost in the third place match too, didn't they?
Yes,
They
they
lost to the
won
Netherlands.
nothing. They won nothing.
You performed well
That's
up until when it mattered. Like,
yeah.
uh,
Well, I think there's doubt. Hey, can you come help real quick?
yeah.
A zombie outbreak has
Oh,
occurred.
yes, it has. Come here, fool.
Shout
Yeah,
out to how zombies can take multiple hits from a diamond sword for no reason.
right, that was my last torch.
All right, I still got more, so I'll light it up here.
All right. Do we want to move on to gaming news now?
Um,
Or do you got anything
oh,
else for us, Gray?
I had
Yeah.
my last question of the sports section.
All
Alabama
right.
bad?
Yeah, that's
Alabama
also kind of
bad?
weird.
It was just a uh, confusing week in sports, but
Hmm. Some
I,
interesting games. LSU
I,
lost, and that's
yeah, to Missouri.
I feel like that's really it's set in that they have really fallen since the beginning of this year.
You
What
mean since
happened?
Joe Burton?
You went from
J-
I mean, I guess he really was that entire team. Like, geez.
Well, I think it's one of the things, and it really the only thing you have to do to realize what's going on is you just need to realize that the SEC is not that good. And I know that's gonna hurt. That's gonna
That's
be a tough pill to swallow for some people.
I know. Well, yeah,
But
there are some a lot of SEC teams, I
there
guess.
are some good fans. They have a lot of respect from others. But if you really look at it,
They have a
are
couple of
they?
good schools, a couple schools that seem to be consistently
Are
good.
are they that good though? Are we thinking cobblestone or are we thinking stone brick slabs? Like, what does the floor of this place look like?
Uh, I don't know. I think I'll just have to wait until we actually get the floor plan figured out.
All right, for now I'm putting preliminary cobblestone down, because I do not think we have the coal to be able to burn.
All right.
Um,
Well, we'll figure things out.
we will. And this leveling down project has been a nice
Yeah.
addition to our cobblestone stores. So
I mean, let's see. Alabama's still they're what? They're still second in the country, right?
they're still second, but I don't see that happening.
Uh,
Like I don't see that lasting
let's
for a
see.
long
The
time.
current top 25. Georgia moved up to third. Um,
Eh.
yeah. I mean, they didn't have a particularly impressive win yesterday.
Yeah, there's nothing special about that. It's
Yeah.
just an agreeable decision.
I think ACC seems to be doing very well this year, though. We got
ACC is
three
we're
of the top
good,
five
and
teams is ACC.
no one is talking about it. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Like
we're
people
not just
won't shut
Clemson.
up about the SEC, and then the ACC has a good year, and no one pays attention to it. It's
Hmm.
like what? Okay.
Yeah.
The staircase looks absolutely hideous, but it is
For now.
operational.
Let's see. Who else we got? We got three of the top five teams. We
Yeah.
also got Miami, who did decently well last game. They weren't terrible. Uh, let's see. Who else we got? Virginia Tech, who played pretty well yesterday. Actually, they played very well yesterday. Uh,
Virginia Tech's been solid.
they've been solid for the past several years, actually.
Yeah,
I'm still mad about
it's
last year. Fucking six overtimes.
Oh,
just
that
to
was
lose.
elite.
That was
Yeah, that was phenomenal watching that happen.
that was the most stressful game of my life. Stressful and disappointing.
Mm.
All right. Anyways, did we was that it for sports news?
That is it.
That
Those
was it.
were
All right.
my
We discussed the
three
top
just
25. So,
question statements, and we are moving on to video game news.
all right. So let's see. This has been rumored for a while now, but I think
Oh,
some store accidentally listed like a new model Switch coming out next year, which people have been rumoring, expecting the Switch Pro to come out for a while. Uh, and Nintendo has yet to confirm it uh, explicitly. They haven't said anything about a Switch Pro coming out.
when was the leak?
It was earlier this week. Basically, there was like I think there was like a Switch posted on some online store or a Switch Pro or something in like Oceania or something like that. Like I don't know, some Australian gaming store, and then quickly taken down. But people have been expecting a Switch Pro, and so there's more and more information suggesting that it's going to come out next year, even though
Okay.
Nintendo themselves have not explicitly confirmed it. But I don't know, they're expecting something to be able to compete with the next gen consoles. Right now, the Switch runs, I think, 1080p, which isn't
Okay.
bad. It doesn't look terrible, but it could use a little more performance, definitely. And so a Switch Pro, I guess, would be a stay-at-home console instead of being kind of the hybrid that the Switch is, and which would make it allow it to be a little more powerful. So uh, basically, that's it, it's possibly coming. Uh, New Switch for next year. Also big for next year. Uh, Nintendo's got a couple of big anniversaries next year. As far as
Oh,
their games go, and so there have been rumors regarding which like anniversary games are coming out next year. So this year was the 35th anniversary of Mario, right? But next year we've got both the 35th anniversary of Zelda and the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. So we got three of
ooh,
Nintendo's biggest
you
franchises.
can bet your rump they are gonna milk the mess out of that right there.
Yeah, potentially big year for Nintendo. So I've seen there's actually been quite a few rumors as far as a new Pokemon game though goes. Several leaks are suggesting a compilation, which would include just about all of the 3DS games on the Switch. Uh,
Okay.
which I didn't mind Generation 6 or Gen 7. I could go back to some Gen 6 Pokemon on the Switch. I really liked that game on the 3DS. Gen 7 I didn't care a whole lot for personally. But Gen 6 I really liked, so that's kind of what got me back into Pokemon. Of course, there's also people expecting the Gen 4 remakes, Diamond and Pearl remakes, to come out on the Switch.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
it's
Those were
been
probably the first that I remember.
a Diamond and Pearl, absolute classic game, some of the best in the series, definitely. And people, it's been like 6 years since the last remake came out, so we're a bit overdue. Of course,
Hmm.
people are scared that Nintendo's gonna screw it up. Game Freak's gonna screw it up. Uh, so they're little nervous about that. I guess basically people weren't too happy about how the most recent Pokemon games came out, Sword and Shield, uh,
Oh,
complaining about a
really?
variety of things, including graphics and not a fully open world experience, I guess. So
Hmm.
basically people want a little more if they are going to go for the Gen 4 remakes next year.
Well,
Uh,
I think it's honestly just I don't know. to me, Pokemon is the Porsche of video games.
Is
And
it?
I understand that that might be a difficult statement to process, but it's a group of people who want the exact same thing year after year. They just want to pretend it's different.
Really? Because I feel like the
You
Pokemon
know?
community would get mad at you for saying that.
Oh,
There's a
I
lot
know
of
it
people
would.
who are hardcore like OG red and blue only. Like, which I guess that's like the air-cooled Porsche fans.
Yeah, no,
So I
that's what
guess you know
I'm
what?
saying. As a
That could
community,
be accurate.
it's a group of people that essentially just wants the same product, just slightly newer every single time.
Yeah. I mean, personally for me, I buy Pokemon games consistently just because I know I'm gonna have a good time. It might not be the greatest thing out there. In fact, I understand the Sword and Shield criticisms. I know it's not the best game, but I buy them consistently because I know I'm gonna have a good time. It's like a
Oh, look at that
it's just it's just
sunrise.
it's just a good time for me. Not
Yeah,
critically
and
great, but it's still fun.
well, and
Uh,
that's one of those. For me, it's a game that hasn't appealed to me for a variety of reasons.
mhm.
For starters, a lot of times the reason I buy video games is because I can, like, it's a way to connect with people.
Yeah.
That is not
Uh,
how the Pokemon games historically have worked.
You don't think?
So, well, I mean, like, it's just not something that a lot of my friends, like, early on would play.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I only got into Pokemon video games because I did the trading card game in elementary school. I collected Pokemon cards like every kid
Okay.
at my elementary school did, so you know.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got into the video games too. Uh, so and I've heard that people say that Pokemon is something you can only be into if you grew up with it, which I
Well,
think
and
is
that's
is
the
very
thing. It
true.
doesn't hold as much appeal for me just because I didn't.
Yeah, that's I and
Like, if
I
we're
think
gonna,
that's a very very good statement. I think that's a very true statement. Uh, because I don't think I'm not much of an RPG guy. I'm not a huge role playing game guy, but I do like Pokemon. For whatever reason. I think that's partly because I think it's mostly because I grew up with it. It's just a good fun series for me.
yeah, no, and
Uh,
I understand the appeal of it. It just doesn't hold that same appeal to me.
yeah. Now for something I'm actually looking more forward to would be
Oh,
Zelda next year.
yes.
I've really gotten into
Zelda
some
does hold a
Zelda.
lot of nostalgic appeal to me. I'm just coming up here to get another pickaxe to
All
mine out the
right,
bottom so we can start laying out a floor plan.
all right. Uh, and of course, last year was announced the at E3 2019 was announced the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which was a launch title for the Switch. So people are potentially expecting the sequel to Breath of the Wild to come out next year,
On
and
the new version of the Switch.
maybe on the new
That
version of the Switch. Uh,
well,
I think it would
I mean,
probably
there'll
have
definitely be
it definitely be cross
cross-compatible
compatible.
people.
Yeah, no, they're not going to release a new like exclusive version of the Switch
No,
only
I
four
mean like
years after the old version.
they'll hit you with the good old you know, like uh, they would label it like a Zelda edition Switch, and then come with the game and a specialized controller and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, probably. I mean, they might do that. Uh, Nintendo doesn't do a whole lot of those, I guess, but of like special edition consoles. But they do a
Yeah,
couple every now and
Xbox
then.
tends to do that a lot more.
Uh, I guess they focused a little more on controllers. You can put like stickers and stuff on your dock for the Switch, and they do like special edition colored controllers. They did an Animal Crossing New Horizons edition Switch earlier this year, which was kind of
Oh,
cool.
oh Lord.
But but other
Animal
than that,
Crossing is some cringe topia for me, I'll be honest.
I never played Animal Crossing before this year, and then
No,
I
it's
got
not
into
anything
it.
against the game. It's the people that play the game for me.
I haven't met a whole lot of hardcore Animal Crossing fans, but
Oh
say
well,
I started playing it this
unfortunately, I
year,
am.
and I think it's fantastic. It's just such a relaxing,
Alright.
fun game to play. It's such a good time. It's exactly what I needed during
Mm,
quarantine. Like I just turn off the news and then turn on the Animal Crossing and go
mm.
fishing.
Hey
It's
man.
just such it's so nice. It really is. Uh, love Animal Crossing. But anyways, back to Zelda.
Mm.
Yeah, no, people want the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which I would be absolutely down for. That is the whole reason I bought the Switch was so I could play Breath of the Wild. Uh, and it was worth every penny for me.
Okay.
Uh,
Alright.
it is. I think you said you liked open world games, Gray, and
No, that's definitely some appeal of the Zelda. I
and
remember some older games that I'm not gonna try and remember the titles because I don't
yeah,
wanna
no, there's
frustrate people,
a lot
but
of, it's got a lot of
there was
titles, a lot of
one
games,
that,
but
I just remember, watching, like playing with my neighbor, and we would just, ride around on horses and whatnot.
hmm yeah, no,
And
Zelda's
that was
a fun time, but Breath of the Wild, honestly, an incredible open world experience. Easily one of my favorite games I've ever played. Like it's just so good. It really is. There's a reason it won Game of the Year 2017. It's pretty fantastic. Uh,
all right.
I think I would love a sequel to that. Of course, people are also saying, another game compilation, kind of like Super Mario 3D All Stars, where
It
they
seems like your rumors are. It's interesting because particularly because the rumors I interact with are often shoe rumors.
yeah.
It's interesting to hear about the way that, because it sounds like gaming rumors are just people guessing at what's going to come out.
Well, there's also people find like files and stuff, or files get leaked or something that suggest new games in development. Uh, but certain companies are more tight-lipped than others. So, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but people are also, saying a new Zelda compilation might come out, which I could go for as well. I don't know exactly what would be included on the compilation, uh, but I'd be down for it either way. I've started to get into Zelda a little more after playing Breath of the Wild. I bought I ended up buying Wind Waker and Skyward Sword last year, and I haven't
Okay.
finished either of them, but I
That's
really
what she
liked Wind
said.
Waker. Really?
I'm sorry. It was too easy.
Mm. But
All
I
right, we
really
are
I really liked
almost.
Wind Waker. I thought it was a fantastic game.
All
I
right.
can't finish it because my GameCube controller broke, so now I have no way to play it anymore. But
Oh, an F in the chat.
major F. But
Oh,
I'm very
F
close to
in the
finishing it.
chat.
It's a fantastic game. And then Skyward Sword isn't terrible either. I'm not a huge fan of the
Oh,
motion controls, but it's not bad. I mean, it's a Zelda game. It's pretty solid. Uh,
oh, watch out! You're about to go into a
yeah, I
hole.
saw. But yeah, so we got those games probably coming out next year.
All right. Some exciting news.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to new Zelda and Pokemon games.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that pop up on the anniversary.
Yeah. Uh, let's see, what else do we got? Let's see, Pikmin. Are you familiar with Pikmin, Gray?
I love the like the Pikmin games. I remember that was
Say,
some quality quality times. I
I never
remember the
had
first video game purchase I made was a Pikmin 2 that I found at a Cisco or a Sam's Club or some
yeah,
bulk store like that, and they had
yeah.
Pikmin 2 there for $5.
Oh, that's a steal.
And you bet your ass I paid $5 for Pikmin 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, I never had Pikmin myself, but I remember playing it at Davis's house uh,
Oh yeah.
earlier, and I had some solid fun with Pikmin. And so Pikmin 3 Deluxe, I think, is coming out either at the end of this month for the either end of this month or beginning of next month or something like that for the
Okay.
Switch. So I picked up the demo earlier this week, and it's a pretty solid time. It looks pretty good. I don't know what exactly is deluxe about it when compared
Oh.
to the original version. I don't know what extra content it includes other than it being an HD version, I guess. What did Pikmin 3 originally come out on? Let's see. I thought it was the Wii, but no, it was the Wii U. Okay. So I don't know what exactly is the special features added, but I will consider picking up Pikmin 3 Deluxe because it looks to be a pretty solid game so far. The uh
I just
the demo gives you a
it's a
solid
nice
like
relaxing game.
yeah, it's a
I
fun game.
enjoy Pikmin a lot,
Yeah, demo gives you a
even though
solid,
it
hour
is just
of gameplay or
yeah.
whatever. So,
I mean, even
it's
though it
nice.
is just another representation of slavery. Um,
I pay
yeah.
the Pikmin by giving them more Pikmin. What more could you want?
Okay. Okay. So you let them have kids, is what you're saying?
Yeah, they yeah. That's it. That's that's it. I like the idea that it's set in like a post-apocalyptic Earth or something like that. There's constant
Yeah,
references
that a
to
lot
like
of okay.
civilization. Kind of a weird suggestion or whatever, but still cool. I like that. I think it's a cool idea. Anyways, uh mm, I've got a bit of
So,
Rainbow Six news, but that's we don't really have to
oh,
talk about that. Uh, Basically, the end of an icon is starting. I don't know how familiar you are with the character of Tachanka uh, in Rainbow Six Gray. Probably, I'm assuming not very, but he's a bit of a meme icon, if
okay.
we're being honest. So Rainbow Six, if you're not familiar, very tactical first-person shooter, right? A
Okay.
lot of tactical destruction, being very sneaky, and stuff like that. You got to move around constantly. And so Ubisoft, when they were originally creating the game, they figured, we should add a character where literally you stand in one place and work a mounted turret, and that's all you do, and that's his ability. He works a mounted turret, and so they put a character in the game like that, and his name is Tachanka, and he's terrible. He's the worst character in the game. Like
Oh
least
no.
he's simultaneously one of the least popular and also most popular operators because he's terrible to play as, but he's an absolute meme lord. Uh, Basically, the players kind of turned him into a meme, and Ubisoft kind of just went along with it, and they haven't
I
touched
do
him.
enjoy when they do that, to be honest, when they
Yeah,
just kind of respect the will of the many.
yeah, they released a skin for him where they give him like jewels and stuff. He's basically wearing like a royal outfit, or royal armor or something like that. They gave him an update
Hmm.
where they added a shield onto his mounted turret, and on the side of the shield in Russian it says Lord on it. So they're kind of
Yeah.
playing along with the meme, but they've recently added to the test server the long-awaited rework for Tachanka, where the gun that was his turret, the DP-28, a classic Russian, uh, I don't know, Russian machine gun, That's now his primary weapon, and his special is kind of an incendiary grenade launcher, which is a pretty kick-ass ability, if we're being honest. But it's kind of sad that the old uh, turret Chanka is gone. So he's still not out of the official game yet, but he probably will be soon. So very sad in that aspect. You know, the death of a meme.
Oh, man, you hate to see it. Speaking of
You do.
memes, got
What you got?
this
Uh,
incredible clip of Critical right here.
yes, yes, I'm very familiar with that clip. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the text is German soldiers after finding Anne Frank.
Oh my God. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh no. Alright, are you ready for my quick layout
All right.
vibe right here?
So what were you thinking?
So
You
what
said
I'm thinking,
let's see. We had a portal room and an enchanting room.
yeah, so
So we're
I'm
gonna need
thinking
that.
a central hallway that starts with a lobby right here where I am in the
Right.
middle.
I'm taking notes.
And
Okay.
then there's a little hallway that goes down. We have
Okay.
two corners here. One of these will be our enchanting room. The
Okay.
other will be the portal room.
All right.
Uh,
Enchanting and portal room. Okay. Got it.
and then we kind of have this
Enchanting
lobby. We
room,
can have
portal room.
a little
Hmm.
station or like kind of a
Yeah. Yeah.
just an area to hang out right here. And then we have our lobby. And then from there, the walls kind of pinch in. And we
Hmm.
get to a much narrower hallway down here. And once you get past here, we get to like the actual dungeon part. So right
Right.
here we'd have kind of a guard station and we'd be using a lot of those nether materials right here to create a lot more of a prison feel
Hmm.
for kind of this section right here. Um,
All right.
I wanted, and then this I'm envisioning being a large church on top of here.
Right.
So I want part of this to be a library, and
All
I'm a
right.
little unsure on what I want to happen for the rest of
Library.
this,
Uh,
but
Under
for the
church.
most part,
Okay.
I think a library on this end, um, and then I feel like a crypt would be another really cool addition to have under the
Ooh.
church.
All right.
And that could be if we wanted to have that off the main hallway, that could be in this area right here.
Hmm.
That we could make that a very elaborate, you know, we have like a long hallway down here, and then we have kind of a nice imposing entrance with kind of some wide columns and a lot of decor,
Yeah.
and then a crypt right here. And then
All right.
so that'll be what's off to the side. Oh, the zombies are back. And then this kind of
Yeah.
main rectangular portion right here where I'm at the end of the hall, that will
Yeah.
be where the library is. And I honestly think that will probably be entirely disconnected from this part of the basement. So I'm proposing that we kind of split it in two here,
All right.
where we have the stuff that's going to be, and we can do that later based on how large the dungeon prison area becomes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll kind of have this section over here that's the crypt and the stuff and the library that's just stuff underground, and then
Right.
this part will be the actual dungeon part. I think my favorite part of the dungeon is that none of it is actually under the castle.
Yeah. That's none of it seems to be, at least.
I think none of it is under the castle, so that's kind of funny to me. But like I said, I don't know if you want to try and mark it out with stone. I can go check downstairs, but I somehow doubt that we have a lot of stone bricks chilling,
All right. Well, I've got
especially
some
not
stone
after the
bricks in my
castle.
inventory. I'll probably
Okay.
just lay it out with. I got some dirt in my inventory, so I'll probably just use that.
Yeah, if you want to lay it out with cobble or something. Oh, it's raining.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah.
So we need a. sort of central hallway right here, lobby. Hmm.
Cobble is being dropped off. Oh, we also have mossy cobble if you want me to bring that up.
Yeah, no, I
Spawned.
saw that, and I think I'll pass on the mossy cobble.
Right. Other than that, we've got nothing. No, we have like 6 stone brick stairs, and that's about it. So, unless we've got some stuff vibing in this. No, it's all andesite and stone. And if I check our coal reserves here. Oh Lord. Yeah, we're gonna be doing mining.
Yeah, well, I did a little
Uh,
bit before we started last time, or I don't know. Last time we were on, I did a little bit of mining, but
yeah, no, I think we're talking about a pretty significant mining expedition here.
yeah,
Because we are, like, out of coal. Like, pretty close to where we're not gonna have the coal, to burn food. So,
right. Yeah,
well,
no, I
we
know
we
we're
might
gonna
have to
need
get
some.
on that at some point after the stream here.
All right, that's fine.
Like I said, I don't actually have that busy of a week, with the exception of like towards the end of it. So, um, there I can actually play a few nights
All right, well that works for me.
this week. It is nice that it's finally level with our. Yes, 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 yes. This is what I'm thinking. And then if we kind of mirror that on this side right here.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Uh, hmm.
And yeah. Well, hold up. Because the curves are off. I think.
Nah,
I think
this
that's
one's
even.
on. This one's on point, and
Yeah, but are you sure this one's on?
yeah, that one's fine. All right.
Yes, I'm envisioning this will be home of another world famous fireplace right here.
Uh, Gray's
A
classic
feature
fireplaces. Yeah.
our castle will become known for.
That seems to be all we can do. Uh,
The one thing I will say is we can definitely shorten up this lobby, or just
ooh.
use, like, if we wanted this side to be a prison wing, and we don't, because I wanted the portal room to be a little more, to have a little more pizzazz to it, if you.
Than what we've currently got.
Well, it's just a little more size to it, because a lot of the ones you worked on were kind of some long hallways,
Yeah.
and I also don't think it's fair, because the enchanting room is
Well,
gonna be pretty small. I don't think that in itself is gonna take up a bunch of time or a bunch of space.
hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how exactly we could do portal room. Uh, hmm. See, we could try caving back into one of these areas back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, if we
Okay,
wanted to put
it's
it
just
over
13
over
wide.
here,
Um, if you
well,
want,
because I'm thinking that'll
uh,
be the prison over here, like with kind of some wings of cells and whatnot.
yeah. Let's see. Well, this entrance, boom.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the future of that entrance looks like, just because
3, 4.
it's not really finalized, and it doesn't make a ton of sense if we're gonna separate it out.
Well, we could just have some hallways, and then what I'm thinking right here is we have kind of a big, I don't know, archway, if you will, and this would be the entrance to the prison right here.
Right, right, like the prison would be over here.
Yeah. So
Okay, I like
this
that. That's kind
area,
of a pretty large
I don't know.
scale.
That's just kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But the problem is we got to figure out uh, these rooms, and honestly, this hallway is kind of looking a bit bland at the moment, uh, in my opinion, at least.
Well, I think if we have some something in the center of these hallways, it could be exciting. Like in the lobbies, if we have like kind of a statue or a giant pillar of magma blocks or something like that,
All right.
I think we could just kind of fill the space that's gonna exist. I don't know what we're gonna do with these rooms because I was kind of envisioning these being the prison things, but I definitely want there to be more of a
Hmm.
prison complex. I know one thing we could do is we could have this be kind of an armory, if you will.
All right. I like that.
So,
Or we could do
so we
this
could have an
area. I think this area
well,
would
we
be
could have an armory over here and then a barracks over here. So like that could be where the soldiers arm themselves, and this could be where they sleep.
okay. All right.
Now, granted, that just adds a way more wool
Yeah,
to
let
our
me add
resource gathering missions.
armory and barracks. Man, I've got a lot of notes and shit all over my desk.
Yeah, no, that's how I
Ooh.
like finding some topics of discussion for tonight. And then I
Yeah.
think if what we want to do is let's just kind of block off this area here, and this will be where we reserve some of the stuff that'll go under the church.
All right.
So this will be where the
Okay.
library and the crypt are,
Okay.
and then this large area right here can be the prison. I know what we want to do with this area right here.
Yeah. Maybe we could do guard stations up here. Or yeah,
Yeah,
no,
well, I
guard
definitely want there to
stations, a couple
be.
guard stations, a couple cells or some or holding cells or something like that, and then we could even go like a floor below and have a bunch of just cells.
Yeah, because I think what we can do is we can have kind of some guard stations up front here,
Hmm.
and like we can have kind of a series of we'll have the entrance here, and then you know a kind of way for the guards to see who's here, and then there'll be a second smaller, more gated entrance that we can like have an iron door open with a button or something,
Yeah.
and that will move you into we'll have an area with cells on either side.
Right.
And then if we want to go down a floor at the end of the hallway here, we can have kind of the torture chambers below.
All right. I like that. Let me get some signs so we can like actually figure out where we're laying stuff out. It'll just be a little easier for me to picture in my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm it's all starting to come together, so I don't want to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you don't
no.
want to screw it up.
Also, I need to really just clear out my inventory. Jesus.
Yeah, I have
It's
so much stone. I think I dumped some in the chest of my room and put some in our actual stone
yeah,
bank.
no, it's I got quite a bit.
I also wound up with 30 torches for no reason.
Mm, nice.
To win for the day.
Yep. There we go. Boom. I just got so much in my inventory. Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also need to head down and clear out some stuff.
Uh,
I
I
saw
haven't.
Adam Sandler
Oh,
released a Halloween movie on
did he?
Netflix, and it was very funny
Was it? All
because
right.
it's basically, it looks like a really good classic, somewhat nostalgic with a decent cast Halloween movie. And I was like, oh, okay, okay. And then it gets like 45 seconds into the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and then Adam Sandler shows up with the dumbest accent you've ever heard in your entire life. Like, worse than normal Adam Sandler. And it was painful, and I was like, how does he not break character when he's doing these things? Because the frustrating thing for me is, these work in ridiculous movies.
Mm-hmm.
Accents like that work in like in Happy Gilmore kind of
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah. Hubie
But
Halloween?
yeah,
So, all
that's it.
right.
But I just
I don't know. How do actors not break character when they've got to do like ridiculous stuff? Because I just saw the second Jumanji movie like the other week.
that was phenomenal, was it not? I think we should talk about how good those two Jumanji remakes were.
I thought it was good, although I felt like it was mostly good just because of the cast of characters.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I think it was still innovative, which is pretty rare to me that they were
mhm.
able to come up with. I really thought the second one was going to be them riding out the success of the first and running it into the ground, but they
Yeah,
did a good job with it. It was a solid film. It was a little bit different.
it was a little different. I didn't I liked the first one. I didn't care for the second one as much.
Oh, all right.
I thought it was
Mm,
fine.
okay.
I didn't
All
have
right. Well,
any. I don't
I
really have any
clearly enjoyed
complaints.
it
I
a
just
little bit.
don't think it was. I don't know. Just wasn't exceptional for me. I don't
Okay.
know. Nothing wrong with it. Of course, I mean, of course, it was
All right.
hilarious. You've got you got
Kevin Hart,
Dwayne
Jack
Johnson
Black,
pretending to
Dwayne The
be.
Rock Johnson.
You got Dwayne Johnson. Uh, and yeah, no, you got a solid cast in that movie. Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black. All
The
fantastic
other,
actors.
the other
Danny
girl.
DeVito. You got Dwayne Johnson pretending to be Danny DeVito for like half the film, which is just hilarious in itself.
Oh yeah, that was phenomenal. I forget who's the other dude. Who's the other old dude with Danny DeVito?
I forget his name.
Yeah,
Let's see.
gosh, it's time to look up the Jumanji 2 cast.
Let's see. Jumanji, the next level. View 15 more. Danny Glover. That's it.
Yeah, Danny Glover.
Yeah, solid. And oh, is that who Aquafina is? All right.
Yeah.
I've heard that name thrown around a couple times, but I didn't actually know
Yeah,
that's
no,
who she
she just
was.
kind of has been, no, she's just been like popping up in random stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, did um did I tell you there's a show that came out on Netflix called Emily in Paris?
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
we were seeing the trailers for that when I was over at your
Well, it
apartment the other
is
week.
horrible.
It is
It is,
horrible.
it's not great,
All right, well that's not
but
unexpected.
it is watchable,
Oh.
pretty much. But there's something about Lily Collins. She's got that cute girl
Mm-hmm.
vibe going on, and just in general energy, she has kind of a girl next door energy. There's something
Yeah.
uh, unquantifiable about her that makes her very attractive to me. And I was like, oh, and I was also surprised that she is 31,
Right. I think we
which
discussed
I would
that.
have bet money in like
Mid 20s.
28, 20, yeah, like 27 kind of range, but
I was guessing like
okay.
25.
Yeah. I feel like she's still gonna get carded at like 40 if she keeps going like this. Like,
Probably. Yeah.
but anyway, imagine my delight when I found out, and it is now my life goal uh, to marry Lily Collins, because do
Because
you
of her
know who
father.
would be my father-in-law? Phil fucking Collins. Like, I completely whiffed on that until
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That would just be just
Right.
man,
Yeah, no.
I just wow.
That
Just
would
wow.
be
Just wow.
something else. That would be something else to get him to play. Like,
That would be elite.
hey Phil, you mind singing a song or two for us? Hey, it's your wedding day. Do it for your daughter, Phil. Come
Hey
on.
Phil, do you feel something tonight? Uh,
Maybe in the air.
mm.
All right, armory. I can feel it. All right, let's see. We're gonna have let's see, barracks right
Oh,
here. We're gonna need, all right, this will be a hallway or something like that. And we'll have, I don't know, a library or something over here. And then,
be the library and crypt. What is the hallway for over here?
that separate hallway, that'll just lead to the library and crypt. I figured we didn't want that in the same area as the prison, probably. You don't want to
Yeah,
have
I
to go
honestly
through
don't.
the
I
prison to
don't
get
even
to the
know if.
library and crypt, or at least
Yeah,
not
I
to the
don't even know if
library.
I want them connected right now. Is my issue.
Oh, what, the library and the crypt?
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, the whole point of this area is that it's kind of the basement, like the underneath
Yeah.
the castle, and I don't know if I want this area to be associated with that, if that makes sense. Oh, that set off Siri for no reason whatsoever.
All right, this will just be the crypt then, and we can figure out another place for the library. And then let's see. Oh, no. Do we just want to do the library in one of these spaces over here? Because we're gonna have to have
Um,
a room for the enchanting room, and so I guess a sort of small library or something could be nice.
well, what if we put the enchanting room like under the church as part of the library?
I mean, yeah, all right, we could do that too.
And that means this is now an empty room. So wait, whoa, 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 no. We just have this entire long area
Yeah,
be the nether portal room then.
all right.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, so we'll just have that just closed off then. And then you'll like enter in through this side right here, not the middle, and you can kind of walk down this long hallway to the portal.
Yeah, yeah, we'll figure out something for this. So this will be enter portal room, and then we still want the library over kind of near the church. So yeah, I think it'll just be kind of like I was thinking. So we'll do kind of the crypt over in this space, and then the library over in this space.
Somebody's getting fucking vibe checked in Smash right now.
Oh, who's getting
I
clapped?
can hear, I hear Paul getting his cheeks clapped. Yo, uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, he's getting bodied by Link out here.
Oh no. Use your shield. Use your shield, Paul.
No, he's not. He's playing Duck Hunt.
He's playing as Duck Hunt. Oh, well,
Yeah, Paul loves Duck Hunt.
you gotta keep him distant. You gotta keep him distant. All you got is projectiles, Paul.
uh,
All you got is
yeah, he's trying to
projectiles. You gotta
the
use your range.
projectiles. He's about to get like he's about to get snuffed.
You
Oh
can-
God, he did. Oh, he got absolute. Oh
Is he playing
no.
against the computer
He
or
got dirt. He played against Link, and he got three stocked. Like
against the
Link had
computer?
all three. Yeah,
All right, dang, that's an
he's
F.
playing 1v1 a level 9.
Bro, you
So I
you
think
gotta go online opponents. Online opponents. That's how you
no,
get
dude,
better.
we're not that good.
All right. Anyways, yeah, we got I think that's just about everything. So obviously this area is gonna be the dungeon and such.
The
So
gulag, gulag.
gulag. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Objective: survive.
Pretty much. Let's see. What is the what is the best Mario Kart track for you, Gray? I don't know how many Mario Kart games you've
Ooh.
played. What is in your mind? What is the
So
best Mario Kart track?
in my, we are of course referring to Mario Kart Wii, which I think we
Yes.
can all agree is the best Mario Kart game.
It has. I think it has some of
There's
the
no
best
debate.
tracks. Yeah.
There's no debating that. To me, I was a big Koopa Cape fan for a
All
while.
right.
I liked how nice the water was, how it changes dynamics throughout the course. It's a good
hmm
solid um outside of that, uh Maple Treeway was
Maple
another
Treeway.
elite.
Yeah.
I vibed with Maple.
I
What
think
was your
we're
favorite? I
forgetting
think those are
Coconut
probably
Mall
my
from the
two.
Wii. Coconut Mall,
Coconut Mall was elite. So was DK Mountain.
DK, yeah. Or was it DK Pass? I think it was.
I thought
Something
it
like
was
that. It was
just
just the
DK
snowboarding
Mountain.
course and it was pretty kick-ass. Let's see. What else do they have? Mushroom Gorge was a classic from Wii.
Oh, that
So was
was a classic.
Moo Moo Meadows.
Moo Moo Meadows is another. If you haven't raced on Moo Moo Meadows, if you haven't hit those cows, we can't be friends.
Um, Now this is a bit of a bland choice, potentially, but I'm actually a big fan of Yoshi's Circuit from the GameCube.
I do like Yoshi's Circuit.
It just has a very good rhythm to it. Like I don't know, just hitting one drift after the other consistently on that course, just it feels really good. It just feels right. I
Mm.
love me some Yoshi's Circuit. I always pick that
Yeah,
whenever that comes
I
up
can
in
get
the
that. I can
online queue.
vibe with that. Now, what do you think is definitively the worst course in Mario Kart Wii?
In Wii. Hmm. Well, I guess I'd be going only from Wii courses. So let me think about the Wii courses. There was a
'Cause to me, it's 1000% worse.
what? You cut out there, bud. I think you were about to say Wario's
It's
Gold Mine.
1000. I did. It's 1000% Wario's Gold Mine.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't like Wario's Gold Mine on the Wii that much because I found it very difficult. But then I got to playing it on the Switch, and I don't mind it as much now. Maybe it's just because of I like the Mario Kart 8 version of Wario's Gold Mine, but I don't mind it as much as I used to. Um, let's see. I didn't trying to think of what I didn't particularly care for. I don't know. I feel like all of Mario Kart Wii's tracks were decently solid. Like there was a couple of exceptions. I think I don't know, like Luigi Circuit was pretty basic. It's
Yeah.
just a straight first course you play as. Not too memorable. Um, what else was there? Rainbow Road. That was easily the most difficult Rainbow Road I've ever played. Um,
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. Especially with the motion controls. It's just tight turns and almost no walls uh, on the entire track. So very tricky to do. You want to
Mhm.
go to sleep? I don't.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's go
Go
ahead and
to
do
the
that.
beds.
I need to vibe on over to the bedroom.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think there were lacking courses, but they didn't lack because they weren't good. They lacked because they were mediocre. Like they
Yeah.
were just unremarkable. I don't think, it wasn't that they were not good, with the exception of Wario's Gold Mine. All my homies hated those bats, dude, and the boost that had no like walls on the sides.
Wario's Gold Mine.
Trash.
Say, there was a Grumble Volcano. Let's see. I was never a huge fan of, honestly.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. It was neutral for me. I did like that it
Neutral.
evolved over the course of the laps. For me, that was a plus. I understand
Yeah,
why it
I think
might
that was
not have been,
I
but
think that's
I
good.
thought that was a cool factor. It's not. I love coming up here and just surveying.
Yeah, this is
Just
kind of cool.
the one thing I will say is we need to get a top on that other tower right there, because that is very frustrating to me. That
Which one?
uh, the one that doesn't have
Oh, yeah. No,
a
that needs
crown on
something.
it.
Partly because the servants' quarters are right there. That's partly why it's a bit lacking, I guess.
Mm. Uh,
Yeah, no.
it is quite a compound here. I think it'd be nice to kind of finish up the basement, because this has been a pretty enormous project right here,
Yeah, no.
as we knew it would be. I think when we when we started, in the first couple of days of it, we're literally just doing the landscaping to build this up.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, most of the biome is occupied by our castle here, which to me is just kind of crazy. No, I was just glad we got to the point where we crowned it off, because then it really did feel
I,
like, we had actually
ow.
completed. Oh, did you fall?
I fell. Pressed the wrong button. I was
Nice.
trying to get a screenshot and F. All right. Let's see how I can get down
All right.
without taking too
I'm
much damage.
tempted to see if I can jump here, but I
Ow.
don't think I can make it to the water. Oh, dude, Paul is
Oh,
raging
is
over
Paul getting
here.
vibed?
Paul is getting vibed.
That's an F. All right, where are you trying to
All
jump
right.
to? Hold up.
I'm
I
right
I
here.
need
I'm
to
trying to
watch from
see
the
if
top.
I don't think I can make it. I'm debating if I can jump to the river from here.
You could probably make it.
I don't think so, actually.
Say the issue would be getting out beyond where the this would block you off. See, I'll do it. I didn't make it.
No, it was close, but it was a no.
uh, I hit my head on the
Uh,
I hit my head. Hold up. Let me try again.
No.
No, I didn't make it.
Yeah. All right.
I should probably go get my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
you had
right.
a not insignificant amount of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've just got so many rooms on the interior that we gotta fill up. All right.
Yeah. And I mean, we've put some time into interior decoration too. So it really is just pretty pretty crazy to think about.
All right. I need to get my sword and weapons first. There we go.
Dude, this thing looks incredible on the map.
Does it?
Yeah, you know, like the big aerial map that we have?
Yeah. Did I get all my
You
stuff?
can really
I
get a
don't think I
sense of
did.
like the
There we
compound
go.
of it. You can see like the little boat dock and the
All right. Give me a
all
second
the
to get back up
walls
to
of
my
the
room.
compound.
All right. Well, we talked about the best Mario Kart tracks.
We did as we we always should.
Uh, I had
Unfortunately, we don't have Davis with him, I suspect, because simping is taking place.
mm-hmm.
But we don't know. He really worried me about. I think it's going downhill is the vibe that I have gotten from him.
From him because I only hear from Davis, the once a week when we play from with each other, but you know, I haven't
Yeah,
really
well,
heard
every
anything. He
now and
hasn't
then
talked
I'll
about it
see
too
something
much, so
concerning, and I'll snap him.
he hasn't talked about it too much, so I don't exactly know how it's going for him.
Though recently Akins has went like completely dark on me.
Really?
Yeah, we used to Snapchat and stuff, and now he's just sending me like just black screens.
I honestly haven't like touched Snapchat in like a couple months. Well, not a couple months, but I'm only, getting on it maybe once a week or so at most. So,
Yeah, oh yeah, now I frequently will forget about it for multiple days.
hmm yeah, no, I agree. This does look rather impressive. Uh, all right. I think with all these game reviews, all these new games that I'm playing, I'm gonna have to put together a top 10 list at the beginning of next year of the best games I've played this year because I've really branched out, I think, in terms
Yeah, you do
of
talk
games.
about a lot of game purchases that are happening.
Yeah, I've started playing a lot of stuff that I previously missed out on, like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. Not to mention there's various games in my library that I've had and just haven't played before, and various other games like that. So I think I'm probably gonna have to put together a top 10 list because I've played some solid games this year. So I'll be looking forward to that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know exactly what I'll put on this list. I've got a couple that I know are definitely going on there. Uh,
Alright.
yeah.
Shit heating up, bro. You know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, so that should be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I gotta figure out something else I could maybe add to the list though. I've got a few other Xbox games over there that I have and haven't played yet. Either got this year or last year. Most notably Red Dead Redemption, I think. I
Hey.
picked that up earlier, and I still haven't played it yet. I also have Bully Scholarship Edition by Rockstar Games, kind
Oh
of
dear.
a T-rated Grand Theft Auto, if you will. And
Oh.
apparently it's got solid reviews.
Oh, all right.
So
Well,
yeah, looking forward to that as well,
well, yeah. I think
among other
in
games.
wrapping things up tonight here,
Yeah,
for the stream, I think
right. We've been on for a solid
we
2 hours.
we have been able to kind of lay out the basement here.
Mm-hmm.
We finalized the entrance. I think we spent most of the time just taking it down a level.
Yeah, we
Um,
did. We spent quite a bit of time
but
doing that.
yeah, now I was like, oh, are we okay?
We kind
But
of just
now that we've
spent
got
a lot of
this,
time, casual discussion, stuff like that.
which is typically how these go,
Yeah, and there's
but
nothing wrong with
it
that.
is definitely nice to have uh
Yeah,
the basement laid out here. It seems like, now that we can kind of break it into doable chunks. Hopefully we can do some resource collection and get some uh, get some progress done in the basement so that next week or
right,
in the future, maybe not next week, we have some stuff to show off, some updates to be happening. Because I think at this point we just gotta kind
mm-hmm.
of wrap this up and put a cap on that one tower and uh, pretty much just do some finalized interior decor,
Yeah,
and
uh,
that will be our like our castle portion.
yeah. For the most part,
Because
I think we got
I
things
really
figured
think
out.
that's about it, which is kind of crazy to think about. But
Yeah,
it's I feel like we're kind of on the home stretch here.
yeah. I mean, we got a lot of interior work to do, but
Yeah.
we've nailed quite a bit. We got quite a bit done, which is nice. Should we talk a few memes before we wrap things
Oh
up for
yeah, yeah.
today?
By all
I
means.
saw a I saw a tweet by Donald Trump earlier this week. Uh,
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen this, but it says, quote, "I am feeling much better. The doctors said they've never seen a body kill the coronaviruses like mine. They said my body was made to kill viruses. They tested my DNA and they said it wasn't DNA, it was USA. They said if Joe Biden had the virus, he would have died several times by now. They said there is no way anyone with a body like mine could lose an election. I'm gonna win huge." Now, I think what disturbed me most was the fact that after reading
Is
this,
this a legitimate tweet?
no, but I could not
Okay.
immediately
Okay.
determine whether or not it was fake after reading
Yeah,
it. It
no,
is
I think
fake.
still.
That's what got me, honestly, was the fact that I read that and I was like, did he really tweet this? Like, it seems a bit out there, but it's just enough out there where he could have actually written and
I would
posted
believe
this.
any two sentences if that was tweeted, but
they,
not all of them, just two.
they tested my DNA and they said it wasn't DNA, it was USA. Like that
USA.
that's a that's a line. That's a great line. What else we got? Yeah, the title of this stream was is California a Yeehaw conspiracy? And that's because I saw this meme earlier this week. It says, I just realized California gun laws will make people buy six-shooters and lever gats. Environmental laws would eventually lead to people riding on horseback because cars will get taxed to hell. And being super lax on crime means vigilantism and bounty hunting will become mainstream. Is
Wait a
California a yeehaw conspiracy? I feel like we should probably address this. Is California a yeehaw conspiracy, Gray?
Yes. As
Yeah.
someone who has supposedly been to California, I can guarantee that it does not exist.
Yeah, I've also been to the alleged California, uh, and I'm not
We've been
sure
to the
whether it
alleged
exists.
California at the same time by
Yeah,
happenstance.
at two different areas, also,
Yeah.
and
SoCal, baby.
I Bay Area. All right. And I have to say, I think I saw a few too many Priuses to believe that that California is real. So
Mm. I
yeah,
saw a few too many Ferraris to believe that California was real.
must have been nice. All right. And I think lastly, let me just find this one meme. Oh yes, award-winning Alabama. This is a news headline, okay? Award-winning Alabama weatherman fired for saying Hurricane Sally was blowing harder than Kamala Harris on a visit to the Electoral College on air.
Yeah, that'll get you fired. That's
uh, dang, that's
that's that's
that's
just
funny
not
though.
it.
uh, feels bad for Kamala Harris. Well, not really, but I mean, sorta,
Yeah.
kinda, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
She
don't
was
care
coming into
for
that debate with some sass.
her. Oh, all right. Well, well, yeah. I think that should just about wrap things up for today's stream. Hopefully, we'll have Davis on here next week. We'll probably be back to mini
Yeah.
games, right?
Yeah, Davis
Yeah.
tends to. I think. I don't know. I think Davis is somewhat abandoning our quest here
Yeah, that's fine.
on, on the on the home world.
There's
We were
nothing
we
wrong
were
with
gonna
being
lose some brethren along the way.
yeah, nothing wrong with being a mini game guy.
Yeah.
Uh, that's fine. We'll continue to work on it in our own time.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly nice to bring everyone back and show them that the world is still here. We are still working on things, albeit significantly more slowly than when we would play for 4 hours every day.
Yeah, that's that's significant. But yeah. So I think that's just gonna about wrap it up for today's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we should see you guys next weekend for another
And the
Minecraft night with the
Minecraft with
boys.
the boys.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you boys later.